your English language skills or your speaking abilities or capabilities that you bestow, they are far better than any other kid right now. So I definitely call you a better kid here, a super kid here. तो ये कैसे build किया ये confidence ज़रा generally लोगों के लिए भी आ जाते हैं कि कैसे आपने कैसे build किया and how can one do it?
सबसे पहले इसके अंदर ये बात नहीं कि आप इसको build करते हैं.
ठीक.
आप इसको बिल्ड नहीं करते, ये सिंपल चीज है. इट्स नॉट लाइक इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ बिल्डिंग, इट डज नॉट टेक दैट मच टाइम. इट्स अ थिंग दैट यू कैन लर्न विद अ ब्लिंक ऑफ आई, विदिन अ सेकंड. यू कैन लर्न इट इवन विदिन whole of your life. Like you will spend all of your life and at the end you will get the confidence. There are people I've watched, they regret why we weren't confident. Confidence is about experience. If you are well experienced and you know you can do it, if you don't, why are people not confident? Because of two things. When they don't have knowledge,
no knowledge,
and no knowledge, and secondly when they are saying lies.
Telling lies. Sure.
Yes, they are telling lies. So when they are saying lie or telling lie, they are not confident because they know that one day will come that we'll get caught. And until now there aren't that much, like there are different other cases, but any lies, every lie in the world I think will be caught one day.
Exactly, it will.
And that's why people are not confident. And secondly when you don't have knowledge.
ठीक है, तो मतलब confidence हो, कॉन्फिडेंस होने के लिए नॉलेज होना चाहिए और यू शुड बी ट्रूथफुल. ठीक है.
इफ यू are saying the truth, like if you have did a research, like अगर आप अपने आप से जो है कोई किस्म की रिसर्च के बारे में अपने आप से आपने रिसर्च बना दी और अपने आप से आप बोल रहे हैं कि 80% of the people of Pakistan are this and 80% of them are not, so this is something that you're saying lies, and you should not do that. Number one part is collect knowledge. Do research. Research करें, knowledge लें, लोगों से सीखें, लोगों की बातें सुने. एक छोटे से छोटा बच्चे से लेकर एक बड़े से बड़े एल्डर से, सबसे आप सुना करें. क्या पता कोई ऐसी बात हो जो आपको ना पता हो. और आजकल बच्चों का बिहेवियर मोर मैच्योर होता जा रहा है. दे आर मोर मैच्योर इवन देन द एडल्ट्स नाउअडेज बिकॉज दे हैव क्वाइट द सेम मेंटालिटी. और लाइक जो बच्चे विलेजेस में रहते हैं उनको अनलकीली जो इतना ज़्यादा अवेयरनेस नहीं होती. जो सिटी के लाइक माई फ्रेंड्स, दे नो ऑल हाउ टू स्पीक इंग्लिश एंड स्टफ एंड दे आर गुड एट ऑल ऑफ दैट. They know about different researches, they read surveys and stuff. So they do all of that because they are near city and they have been recommended of it. They're capable of doing it. They're capable of doing it. But unluckily हमारे जो गांव के बच्चे हैं उनको ये facility नहीं है. और ये awareness मेरा दिली ख्वाहिश है and that is my ambition to give awareness to the kids. Inshallah. And to make our youth a better youth.
Inshallah, you'll definitely be successful in it. अच्छा, तो ये था how to be confident. Now let's go towards के इस एज में आप टीचर भी हैं अभी, राइट? यू टीच इंग्लिश, यू आर बेसिकली एन इंस्ट्रक्टर. गुड. और इसके साथ साथ आरजे भी हैं. ये कैसे बने आप? ये कैसे प्रोसेस हुआ? आरजे कैसे बने आप? ये कैसे हुआ? ये ज़रा बता दें.
आरजे का एज यू नो नॉलेज कलेक्शन. मुझे बचपन से ही 3 ऐसी चीज़ें थी जो मुझे बहुत पसंद थी. नॉर्मली बच्चों को बहुत सारी गाड़ियाँ रखना ये उनका ख्वाब होता है. मेरा I love colors. I don't know why my personality is colorful and I love colors. So my number one thing was that I have to collect the world's every color and there are actually endless colors. So that ambition could not be, but still I in my class, in my whole school I have the widest collection of colors. Like 20-25 in every color. And second was to collect all the knowledge of the world. And still I'm going on with it and I think that every single drop of that makes a effect on that sea.
It does.
And still, like there was a time, like if you watch in the Stone Age, like there would be a pond, and through so much water coming to it, through so much rains, it once will become sea.
Exactly.
And if you watch, there are so many seas that dry out.
Yes.
Because you lose your knowledge. You don't realize it. Remembering things and using them again and again in your life. If you keep the water fresh and you use it again and again, so it will help you all your life.
बिल्कुल.
From being clean to making others clean and their mindset clean.
बिल्कुल.
So it will help you. But if you are not using it, so it's just like if you are not using the water, it will dry out.
Exactly.
And if you have knowledge and you're not giving the output of that knowledge, so there is no need of you, and the world won't remember you even if you're very knowledgeable, even more than Plato.
Exactly. So the center of gravity is knowledge for everything.
Yes.
For you. Good. Hasnain, I'm noticing that you're very confident while speaking. बहुत ज़्यादा couragely बोलते हो और इंग्लिश आपकी बहुत फ्लुएंट है जो कि बहुत कम लोगों की होती है. एंड यू आर फियरलेस, बात करते हुए डरते नहीं हो, एंड यू डू नॉट गेट स्केर्ड कमिटिंग मिस्टेक्स. ये फेयर नहीं है आपके अंदर, जो कि बहुत से लोगों में मैं देखता हूँ, और बहुत से लोग इसका मुझसे भी पूछते हैं. आई एम श्योर आपसे भी लोगों ने ये पूछा होगा कि हमारे अंदर फेयर है और इंग्लिश हम नहीं बोल सकते. ये फेयर का ये फैक्टर कैसे ख़त्म करें? फेयर का फैक्टर,
फेयर के फैक्टर का एक सिंपल मेथड है. फेयर is itself is a personality of our own. And once like अगर हम लोग फेयर के ऊपर बैठकर उसके गले के ऊपर हाथ रख के उसको मरोड़ के मारे, तो one time he will black out and then he'll die.
Exactly.
And हम लोग इस तरह तो नहीं कर सकते कि हम अपने अंदर जाकर उसे मारे. बट इससे मेरा मुराद ये था कि इसका एक ही मकसद है, फेस इट. If you face it, it means you're killing it. It's just like facing it. If you're scared, for example, in the movie, in any movie, if you're scared of the villain, so you cannot kill that villain.
बिल्कुल.
And when you kill it, your fear finishes.
बिल्कुल.
Because at the time there are people having many different fears.
बिल्कुल.
Now I have phobia of two things. One is clowns and second is I forgot the name for the both of them. And second is from insects.
Insects?
Yes. I don't know why, but when I watch to them I feel creeped out. Yes, I have that. So people have different fears. People have fear from their parents even.
Yes,
they have
do.
different kind of
fear
fears.
Of water, fear of height, lots of fears.
Lots of fears, phobias. But
so you have to face it, right?
But yes, glossophobia, which is the fear of crowd, you have to face it. If you face the crowd, now what is my fear? Second biggest fear. That is talking to a person in person. That is in person.
Okay, in person, one-to-one.
One-to-one. That is my biggest fear.
Oh.
Like meeting a person alone. That is very
Why? What scares you?
I'm not frank with a person and I'm talking to him. It scares me out.
A person you are not familiar with.
Yes.
ठीक.
And even if I am familiar with and I do not talk a lot, like my classmates, even when I am sitting with them, sometimes I become shy and I try to talk less to them. But the ones who are my friends, I'm very frankly talking to them.
Good, excellent. Hasnain, another question. How have you built up this level of English? इतनी fluency कैसे, इतना confidence English में कैसे, ये English को कैसे build किया आपने?
That was one of my class. I posted how to become fluent.
Oh, exactly. Yes. You're an English instructor now, so definitely मुझे भी पूछना पड़ेगा अब आपसे, मुझे भी सिखाएं कैसे सीखते हैं English.
Actually, you're also very good at English, and there isn't anything special.
Thank you for the compliment.
There are two things in English. One is you have to know about the grammar and everything. Nowadays people know about writing, reading, listening. They know how to what is grammar. They know everything. But they cannot speak it.
This is the biggest problem.
The biggest problem is they cannot speak it. So for speaking two things, you have to use it in your daily life.
अच्छा.
If you think, you plan, you talk, you do everything in your daily life in English, so that will help you, and the person who you are talking to, it will also help him.
Exactly.
So it would be a win-win situation.
Exactly.
A win-win situation for both of you.
बिल्कुल.
It will help you both, and neither will he mind and neither will you mind it.
बिल्कुल.
And secondly, the thing is that try to be in the environment of English. Why even an illiterate person who doesn't even know about ABC, if he goes to any other country like America, for example, and he learns it within 5-6 weeks, why? Because when you have a do or die situation, and so in that you have to learn it. If you don't learn it, you have no other chance. You'll just be quiet all your life.
बिल्कुल.
Like if you're in a university and you don't know how to speak English, so you're not gonna get chance, and you're gonna be ranked as one of the not good students. And some of your marks nowadays, even there are marks of participation in the class.
Achha.
So you will not have those marks included in your marks, total marks.
बिल्कुल.
So if you know English, like if now there are in other countries, there is only one chance for you, learn it. And whenever we are giving ourselves choices, we start becoming lazy. Don't give yourself choices, become hard and do some hardship on yourself. And try to ignite the fire inside you. Try to give that do or die situation to yourself, and you will automatically learn it. It isn't that hard to learn it. It isn't that much.
Exactly.
But we don't focus on it. But when you're in outer country, if you don't focus, you cannot do anything, because English is most important for it. So there is these two things. One is that win-win situation formula, and second is do or die.
Do it or die.
Yes.
Sure. Hasnain, mashallah, according to such a perspective, your parents have raised you very, very well. In comparison to other parents, right? बहुत माशाल्लाह बहुत अच्छी तरबियत की उन्होंने आपकी, and they've always been supportive to you, right? हमेशा उन्होंने आपको support किया, which sadly बाकी parents हमारे माशरे में नहीं करते इतना. They do not focus on their child's education, इतना ज़्यादा focus नहीं करते हो बच्चों की education पर. They rather say कि बच्चा है स्कूल जाएगा बस स्कूल में ही जाके सीखेगा, हमारा मतलब उससे कोई काम नहीं है. और बच्चा जब घर आता है, हाँ जी हाँ जी.
Whenever I notice this, like when there are different family members, they say he will learn it from his parents. Parents say he will learn it from his school. When he goes to school and he's disrespecting with the teacher, the teacher says आपको माँ बाप ने इज्जत देना तमीज़ नहीं सिखाई. So who will teach him? The parents are saying school will do it, and the family members are not teaching because they think the parents will do it.
यही सवाल है. How should we cope up with this?
The thing is that my mother always tells me that before kids we should do parents awareness. We should have a class of parents before the students, because parents nowadays, my mother uses the words in Pushto that the parents have, she means to say that shame on those parents.
अच्छा ठीक.
She means to say that. So simply she means that they themselves have became kids, and now they are not cooperating with their own kids. So how will they cooperate?
They do not give
with
priority
others?
to their children.
They don't give priority to their children, but they want their children in the future that they will his children will become a right hand or helping hand when they become old.
Or be doctors or engineers.
Yes, they'll be doctors or engineers, and they will bring pills and fruits and dry fruits.
And yet they are not supporting them.
And yet they are not supporting them. They have this kind of mindset. So I don't understand why, but they have such a unique kind of mindset.
So what do you want to say to these parents? What should they do to train their children better?
I would say focus on your children, focus on the environment they have, and focus on the friends. Make their small circle in which you, his father, and some of his most informative or best friends that are good and that are a helping hand for him, and that may help him in the future. So have these kind of 4, 5, 6 people in their group, no more relatives and others.